Hi, my name is Fiona Arweiler. I've been at St. James since 1996 when my husband Rob and I moved from New York. At our very first Sunday worship experience, we were overwhelmed by the acceptance, inclusivity, and friendship shown to us. I knew immediately that this was my church home. I love that we have a variety of ministries that St. James offers to serve the community with. And over the years, I have participated in several: Backpack Buddies, Grace to Go, Kids with Purpose. As some of you know, I sing with the Corner Chorale, which I absolutely adore, and its members are like family to me. I grew up in Australia and trained to be a registered nurse. Caring for people is what I do. I consider myself to be a people person, and caring for the people of St. James is why I chose to run for the vestry. I'm humbled to be nominated for the vestry class of 2024. And if elected, I promise to fully support the clergy, the ministries, and the people of St. James. I will prayerfully discern God's chosen path for our church and will openly listen, hear, and represent your voices and concerns. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sherry Dennis. I'm standing for vestry. You may know me because I sing in the 1115 choir. At least I did in church when we could go to church, and look forward to singing again in that service when we're all gathered together again. I'm a registered nurse. I'm also an attorney, and both of these are my gifts and my passion, and I love working with people, especially when I can help them problem solve issues that they may have. These are the same gifts that I bring to the vestry if I'm elected, and you may have also seen me around the church. I do gardening around the church. I do live on a farm. I love to garden. I like to get my hands in the dirt. I don't like to pull weeds, but I do it. And I always like to think of it as it's all exercise, right? And I am married. I have 2 boys. They're fully grown. And I have taken a sabbatical from law at the moment to help with my family. I have my father and my mother-in-law both get part of my time to help them with financial issues and caregiving needs and organizing care. So I'm so grateful that I have those skills to be able to help them both. But that also gives me a little more time to focus on other things as well. So I'm happy to serve on the vestry and look forward to, thank you for this opportunity, and I look forward to when we gather together again, and have a wonderful day. Bye.
Hello, I'm Danny Farrington. Some of you may know me as a reader of the liturgy during the 745 service. Others may recall me as a youth leader at St. James, and still others as a member of the Altar Guild. I've worn many hats during the past 10 plus years that I've been a member of St. James. When we did have in-person services, I attended the 745 service and appreciated the contemplative, more quiet way that the service was experienced at that time. I have been a member of the vestry in the past and served during the transition from John Omer to Father Philip and then to Mark Feather. I believe that my experience during that tremendous change at St. James, coupled with my training as a social worker, may provide me with a good foundation and background to serve St. James as a vestry member through the current changes that we're experiencing. Thank you.
My name is George Garlick, and I'm honored to be considered as a candidate to serve on the vestry here at St. James. One of the things I know about myself is that I enjoy helping others. If I am elected to serve, I will do my best to help the clergy, the other vestry members, and the church leaders to make decisions to keep St. James moving forward to serve God's purpose here in Leesburg. In thinking about what to say, a song came to mind. It is from the hymnal entitled Gather, that is used mainly at the 9 o'clock service, but you may have heard it during the washing of the feet part of a Maundy Thursday service. It is called the Servant Song. The following 2 verses sum up my motivation for my willingness to serve. Will you let me be your servant? Let me be as Christ to you. Pray that I may have the grace to let you be my servant too. We are pilgrims on a journey. We are travelers on the road. We are here to help each other walk the mile and share the load.
Hello everyone, my name is Gary Gegenheimer and I am a candidate for the vestry at St. James Episcopal Church. Just a bit of background information for those of you who might not know me. As you can probably guess from my accent, I am originally from the Boston area and I am still a huge fan of the Boston Red Sox. I was baptized and raised in the Orthodox Congregational Church in Massachusetts. I began attending the Episcopal Church in 1975, officially became an Episcopalian 10 years later, and have been attending St. James since 2004. My wife Debbie is also a member of St. James. We have a wonderful son, Chris, and an equally wonderful daughter-in-law, Mona. They are returning just this weekend from a 1.5 years in South Africa, where Chris has been on a long-term assignment with the U.S. Agency for International Development. He works for one of the big consulting firms in Washington, D.C. I am a lawyer by trade. I was with the U.S. Treasury Department for most of the 1980s and the first half of the 1990s during the savings and loan crisis, mainly chasing financial crooks. Since 1995, I've had a very unusual practice. I help to write banking laws and regulations for developing countries. Most of my work has been recently with the Asian Development Bank, the World Bank, and USAID. It's been said that one's true ministry is where one's passion meets the world's needs. I have been extremely fortunate through most of my career to have been able to combine my passion for the law with my passion for international development. Now, what can I bring to the table as a member of the vestry at St. James? Through my international work over the past quarter century, I have become quite adept at analyzing huge amounts of information and coming up with solutions that bring together diverse interests and points of view. St. James has some very important decisions to make over the next few months, and right at the top of the list are choosing our new rector and navigating the COVID situation so that we can reconvene and reopen safely. Both of these are things that will require patience and prayerful consideration. My background and skills, I believe, would be helpful to the vestry as we enter this next phase of our history. I am very honored and humbled to be considered. Thank you very much.
Good morning. My name is Christopher Hatch, and I've been asked to run for the vestry of St. James Episcopal Church in Leesburg. I'm very honored that my name came up. If elected, I will serve, and God will use whatever gifts and talents that He has given me to serve you. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Tamsin Knight. I've been coming to St. James for nearly 11 years now, since our family first moved to America from England. When we first got here, our oldest child was a toddler attending St. James Preschool, and now he's a member of the youth group. There's been a lot of change and upheaval in these past 10 years, none greater than in this past year. I've always felt that there was something special at the heart of St. James. And in this time of COVID, when the church had to close its physical doors, I have felt God's presence in our midst as we were separate in our own homes, but together more strongly than ever before. And soon we're going to be throwing our doors open to the world again, and I'm excited to see how we grow and change from there. I can't wait to be part of it, and that's why I'm running for vestry now.
Hello, fellow St. James parishioners. I am Mike Scott, and I am standing for the 2024 vestry class. While it would certainly be an honor and a privilege to serve on the vestry, I feel compelled to serve because this church has provided so many wonderful blessings to myself and my family that I consider it my duty to offer my time and talent in this capacity and during this incredibly important transformation we are about to enter into. Like so many of you, St. James has been such an important, cherished part of my life and my family's lives, and this pandemic has effectively stolen that from us. Thankfully, we've had Father Earl to shepherd us through this storm, and now we're faced with this enormously important transition, calling for a new rector, gathering again as a church community, and my hope is that we emerge a better and stronger St. James from this. As a vestry member, I will seek input from the parish to provide a level of continuity we've enjoyed, but I will also work to incorporate new ideas and best practices from other successful church communities. Personally, I have gained tremendously from being involved in various church activities, from getting my hands dirty at cleanup days, to enjoying my time with my family and friends at Shrinemont, to mission trips sponsored by St. James. I'm such a different and better person as a direct result of all these opportunities, and I'm passionate about getting as many of you involved somehow because I know the rewards are immeasurable. We're on the verge of a very special time in the life of St. James, and I am so excited for it. As a vestry member, I will be committed to taking this wonderful church to new heights and reforming a tight-knit, welcoming community that we are all proud to be a part of. Thank you for your consideration.